Good evening and welcome to another Woodside First Friday event. As you can hear by the noise in the background, it's pretty busy here because we have the Plein Air event. This is a group of local artists whose paintings are on exhibit in the public here. This is a two-day event, which is unusual for us. And the great thing about this is, well, I'm always reminded of what Emerson said. He said, many people walk through the meadow, but few people notice the flowers. Well, here we have people who are inspired not just by the meadow, but by the flowers as well. So it's another wonderful event for us. I hope you'll enjoy viewing it. And we look forward to seeing you next First Friday when we're going to have the jazz band from the Woodside Elementary School. So it should be quite an exciting musical event. So as always, thank you for viewing. We look forward to seeing you soon and take care. Good night.
Hi, I'm Bev Iverson.
I'm Kit Coleman.
Ann Hogle.
I'm Kathleen Crispin.
My name's Jane Tracy.
My name's Vicki Coe, or Vicki Coe Mitchell when I paint. And I'm part of the Woodside Plein Air group. We started this in 2014.
It's a group that's been meeting forever, and we paint all over in the Woodside area. We've been painting together for such a long time that we know each other's style. We know how to get each other out there on a cold morning.
Bev always picks out the greatest places to go that we all enjoy from different perspectives.
Love it. I love the Plein Air group. It gets me out there. It's like kind of like, oh, we have to get up early in the morning and gets you outside and away from my computer, away from my phone.
But I'm always the one that really encourages people to do it because I really believe that plein air painting is like your big practice. It's building chops because in a short amount of time, you have to look at a scene, you have to synthesize it, the composition, the color, everything so quickly, and then match your paints to it and do everything in 2 hours. And sometimes it comes out so beautiful and rich, something you could never do in the studio. And sometimes it's just a practice for a bigger piece. So I think I kind of bother some of the other members and make them go. But I just think it's really valuable and important as a painter to have this place to get our chops.
I'm one of those people that Bev had mentioned before that has to be dragged out into the environment, but I love it out there, and it's really wonderful. And the Plein Air group is a very, very special group of people. And finally, I think we get out and paint together just to be together, too.
My 97th year, been painting with this group for about 10 years, and it's so much fun. It's not easy. Painting is not easy, and it helps to have friends and to look at other people's ideas and exchange those. And so it's comradeship.
Living here totally inspires me. I don't know, there's so many things. I think starting out with the oak trees, starting out with the golden hills in the summer, the perfectly lush green hills, and paths and fences and all the places that we could walk in this area.
I love being up on Windy Hill. I love the trails. This particular collection doesn't show a lot of my trail paintings, but that was one of my first things that I loved. I used to horseback ride around here as a child and just go find hidden spots to meditate and be with nature. And there's something magical about a trail where you're not quite sure where it's going to take you. And so I love painting trails and hoping that I can pull you in and make you wonder, well, what is down that trail? So those are my favorite places.
Just anywhere around here is beautiful. And I love the ocean and mountains.
I remember one day we were out at Montebello and we got attacked by yellow jackets. So I only paint there in the winter, but there's a lot of nature that goes on, right? It's cold. I was standing in a puddle when we were up at one time at Arastadero. So
I think I'm just inspired by the beauty of where we live, the colors, by nature, by everything around us. It's so spectacular. And all these different places create different moods.
I get drawn to things that provoke an emotional response and moody. If I see something like, I love doing fog and I love doing sort of around the bend or not quite as conventional. And so I have to have an emotional response to what I'm looking at.
My favorite place is probably Sand Hill Road, because as you drive out Sand Hill Road past the horse park, there's always a wonderful sun. Sun in the morning, the sun at night is absolutely gorgeous. It sometimes turns yellow, and I just love anything along that road.
I like the hills. Well, you can see some of the hills. I like the flows of the hills. I like the colors.
It's hard to find an ugly place in Woodside.
I'm so lucky that I have this love of something that I do outside, and painting what I see and actually getting it is so valuable and so important when it happens. It doesn't always happen, I have to say, but when it does happen, there's nothing better. The combination of painting and being outside.
Doesn't always turn out as solving problems too. It's sort of like it's a challenge to kind of figure out what your composition is, and get it kind of down get the colors down before the light's changing.
How long have you been painting for?
Since I was in kindergarten.
Is that right?
Right, I remember so much. It was in Los Angeles, and there were paper and paint, and she said, draw your house or paint your house. So I did that, and the sky went across the top, and the house, and grass, and all of that. And then the teacher came up, and she said, no, she said, that's not right. She said, the sky goes down to the ground. And I thought, yes, the sky does go down to the ground. And so I've just been painting sky down to the ground ever since.
But we have some new members, which we're very excited about because they're bringing us to new sites. But you'll see that in the show, that all of us painting the same scene in our different styles. I think that is really exciting.
Which of your paintings is your favorite today?
Well, I guess the one that's like Georgia O'Keeffe. Okay, here's the painting.
I do kind of like these simple ones of Windy Hill, but I think my favorite, this is from my backyard, and we have a big, beautiful view, so I love looking through our oak trees, so maybe this would be my favorite right now.
I actually love this one, and it goes back to the whole thing of being a little moody and having a trail involved. And then I'm especially proud of this one, which is the Woodside Town Hall. And this was a true plein air painting in the respect that I pretty much did it completely on the spot without going back to the studio and making it any better.
My favorite paintings here today, I suppose there's a couple. I love this one just because it's Wonderlick Park. It's the Folger Barn at Wonderlick Park. And I just love, every week I'm there hiking. And the other one may be this, because I mentioned I really love the Golden Hills, I love the oak trees, and I love the way the fog kind of rolls in over the hill.
I like the fields, like this one. I like you can tell I love these shapes and things.
Big Sur is like on the top of my list of favorite places to paint. It was the first thing I saw when I moved to California. My dad drove out with me. He didn't want me driving cross country alone. Horrible weather, fog, the whole way up the coast until we got to the Bixby Bridge. And the fog suddenly just cleared, and it was just spectacular.
What words of encouragement would you give to an aspiring artist?
Show up. Just always show up.
Oh my gosh, to not judge yourself, to get rid of that little self-talker and do whatever you need to do to try to not feel self-conscious and to you may have an image in your head of what you want to come out on the page, and if it doesn't come out, that's okay, because it's still a little piece of you. And sort of I always feel like there's really finally no mistakes. And it's okay. I mean, the range of masters that have, crazy looking figures or crazy colors or crazy compositions, and they're brilliant, they're beautiful. They don't have to be photo perfect. Or, that may be the photo perfect thing that you want, and if you're doing that, that's you, and do it. Just trust yourself and be true to yourself.
Just, I don't know, get out there and do it. Just try it, because everybody's so afraid, especially with plein air. It's like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to start. And that's what actually is cool about it, because you get there, the light's changing, and you've got this block of time, and you just got to make this, and you just get into, just do it. And if it doesn't work out, you do it next day or next Thursday or whatever it is.
Don't give up. It was very hard for me when I first started painting, because in medicine, failure is not acceptable. And it took me a long time to be not afraid to do a painting and look at it and go, oh my God, this is horrible, and just toss it or scrape it. So be prepared to have a fair number of failures, and then the more you paint, the better you'll get, and the more fun you'll have.
Just go do it. Go do it. Find people that you like painting with, find people that inspire you, look at their work, and just do it and keep doing it and keep doing it.
Oh, come try plein air with us. I have extra setups, other people have extra setups, so if anybody wants to come and paint, I'm an art teacher, so you let me know. I'll set you up, get you started. It's really fun to do.
Oh, these are beautiful.
Oh, thank you.